Welcome to the Technology Inspiration Playlist. These short segments were originally presented live by the RECIT for vocational training during the Voc Talk Café, an informal weekly online professional development gathering for VT educators in Quebec. Each video explores a pedagogical strategy enhanced by a digital tool, offering practical ideas that can be applied across various programs. In just a few minutes, these insights aim to inspire creativity and support innovative teaching practices.
So ClimpChamp, basically in a nutshell, it is a video editing tool. You may be familiar with other video editing tools. The really beauty part about it is that it is already available in your school networks. It is part of the Office 365 suite of tools, and it's very, very easy to use. We're talking very baby steps, ideal for beginners, as you can see on screen, and it integrates as well with the Google for Education, Google Workspace for Education as well. And so I'm not going to read all this text on the screen, but of course, in a nutshell, before we plan a video, we want to start brainstorming it. We don't want to just start recording a video. We want to have a storyboard. So similar to what Robin was talking about in her presentation earlier, we want to make sure that we have some ideas jotted down before we just jump in with 2 feet into starting to record our video. We need a script. The script is super important when recording a video. And contrary to what we may think, sometimes it's more effective to record the video, so to record the screen or to record a video on your phone or tablet, and then add the dialogue to it afterwards. This usually produces a more polished video in the end, and it's a little bit easier to do the editing part as well. And of course, consider doing a storyboard example, as we'll see on the next slide. And so this is an example of a storyboard. So you have, your pros and cons, right? So if we're going to be creating this, like brainstorming ideas as to what our video capsule will be about, what it'll entail, of course, right? The advantage is that we can collaborate with other people. If we're going to have multiple people collaborating on the video, it is very, very useful. A limitation, of course, it requires more time, so it is more consuming if we have a short turnaround time to complete our project. And also we want to make sure that the screenshots and video captures are properly named because this will help putting the final project together at the end. Think of creating a video like creating a, like a 50-piece puzzle, and every piece needs to be in place, but organizing those pieces in the first place will help to create a more polished product in the end. And so really quickly, in a nutshell, signing into ClimpChamp is super easy. You would go to climpchamp.com. Now, I know I did mention just moments ago that it is part of the Office 365 suite. It may not be fully integrated into Office 365, depending on your school board or your school's network. However, going to climpchamp.com, you should be able to sign in with either your Microsoft or your Google account, depending on which one your school board uses. And this is software that's all cloud-based, so there's nothing to download on your computer. All projects that you create are automatically saved among your accounts. This is what the interface looks like. If you've used video editing software, it looks very familiar. You have editing tools on the left, you have editing tools on the right as well. So the tools on the left would be to add elements into the video, and the tools on the right would be to adjust what you already have. And so this is very a very basic screen that you would see. And on the next slide, this is what the timeline looks like. So a timeline in a video capsule, as I mentioned, can include audio, can include video, pictures, annotations such as arrows or callouts. And so it follows a very, again, familiar interface that you see in other video editing applications that you may or may not have already dabbled with before. And as I mentioned, there's no files needed to require to be saved on your desktop or device. Everything saves in your cloud account. So whether you can save it to your OneDrive, your Google Drive, or other options as well. If you do want to save it to your computer, there is that option. So for larger files that you want to work with or import them to other sources such as YouTube, there of course is that option to download and to use them later on. And there you go.